It's Alice, and on Cake and Bakes today, I'm going to show you how to make an easy flourless chocolate cake.
Come bake with me. First thing we're going to do is we're going to chop up 4 ounces of a good chocolate, guys. And today I'm using a semi-sweet chocolate. Now the recipe will be attached, but you want to use a really good chocolate and only 4 ounces of it because of the fact this is your actual base. So you want to make sure your chocolate is a really good chocolate. Don't use morsels and things like that. Just a really good chocolate. And all we're going to do is we're going to just chop this chocolate up. I try to get mine as thin as possible, but you can have little chunks if you would like. Just going to chop this up almost there. There we go. And while I'm chopping this chocolate, please keep in mind that this channel is formerly known as It's a Cake Bakery. We are now Cake and Bakes with Alice. Make sure you write a note of that. Good channel, just a different name. There we go. We got all of this chopped up now. All right, guys, next we're going to go ahead and take 1 stick of butter, and we're just going to cut this butter in blocks, small blocks, but this is 1 stick of butter. Remember, I do have the recipe attached as well. But we're going to take 1 stick of butter, and we're just going to chop it up just like this here, guys. Just in small blocks like this, and you could double cut it too if you like. All right, guys, we're just taking this butter and we're just chopping it up into pieces. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect pieces because all of this is going to melt, and you want to make sure that your butter is room temperature. All right, next, guys, we're going to make a double boiler. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add all of our chocolate into a boil-proof bowl, okay? You want to make sure this is a boil-proof bowl. I'm going to pull it down in there, and then we're going to also go ahead and add in our butter. Just like this, guys. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and give this just a little mix here. And then we're going to make a double boiler so that all of this can melt. Next, we're going to fill up a pot with just a couple inches of water. You don't want the water to boil. You just want it to melt the chocolate in the butter. So you definitely don't want your bowl touching the water. All right, next, guys, we're just going to turn our heat on a medium heat and let this become a broil, okay? Once we get that heated up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our double broil. Now remember, you don't want this bowl touching any of the water. Next, while the butter and the chocolate is melting, we're going to go ahead and prep our pans. All you have to do is take an 8-inch pan, and all we're going to do is just spread some butter around in the pan, just like this here. And if you don't want to use butter, I do have a recipe for a non-stick ingredient that works really good. So you can check that video out as well. But we're just going to go ahead and butter our pan. Just like this, guys. I like to put a lot of butter in it. But you can use as less or more as you want. But I like to really get the butter flavor into this cake. All right, next we're going to take a piece of parchment paper. This is an 8-inch pan. So we're going to take a piece of parchment paper and we're just going to put it down in the pan just like this, guys. Now, while we're getting the pan prepped, you want to keep your chocolate and butter stirred. So we're going to go stir the butter, guys. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check our chocolate and butter. We want to keep this mixed every few minutes to make sure that it's melting correctly. And it's really getting silky, guys. So we're going to go ahead and keep this melted. Look how beautiful and silky it is. Now keep in mind, you do not want your chocolate boiling hot. You just want to keep it on medium heat, and it's already ready, guys. Look how silky it is. So you want to just keep that mix just like this, guys. There we go, and it's ready, guys. All right, once our chocolate has melted, guys, look how beautiful and silky this chocolate is, guys. We're going to go ahead and give it a stir. Now, next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to sift in 1/2 cup. This is 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. So we're going to go ahead and sift that in there. Just like this, guys. Go ahead and make sure you sift that in. There we go. We're going to make sure there's no clumps in here, guys. And remember, this is a flourless chocolate cake. There is no flour in this cake. Make sure you're using a whisk and go ahead and mix this in just like this, guys. There we go. All right, guys, now that we have this mix, I'm going to go ahead and sift in 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now, you don't have to sift this. I like to sift mine, but it's not necessary. I want to make sure that I do not have any clumps in my cake. So we're going to go ahead and get this sifted. There we go. See those little grains in there? It would have made a difference in your cake. Go ahead and mix all this in here just like this. And again, make sure you're using a whisk, guys, for this. Next step, we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 360. And we're going to bake that for 20 to 25 minutes or until the toothpick comes out very clean or it actually gets flaky on the top. So we have our 360 degrees already set. Now let's get back to the ingredients. Now that we've finished mixing this, we're going to add 4 eggs, okay? And we're going to add each egg one at a time and then we're going to mix it. So we're going to go ahead and get one here. We're going to add this 1 egg here. And we're going to give it a mix, guys. Just going to mix, incorporate the egg right in there just like this here. And remember, it's always best to add 1 egg at a time, no matter what you're making, but especially this flourless cake. All right, we'll go ahead and get that mixed in there. We're going to do another egg, just like that. And go ahead and use your whisk and mix this up. Now, you can use a blender, guys. I'm just using a whisk, but you're more than welcome to use a blender to mix this up as well. But you want to go ahead and get that incorporated really, really good there. And just give it a mix. Just like this, guys. Sometimes I do a reverse on it to get, there it is, to get it all mixed in there. So sometimes you can reverse, depending on what you're making. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get another egg in there. There we go. And we're going to mix this one up as well. Get that on incorporated with the rest here. Now that we have all this mixed up in here, we're just going to add just a pinch of salt. Put that in there and just give it a mix. And now it's time for the oven. Yum, yum, yum. I hope you guys are baking with me today. All right, we got that all mixed up. Now let's go ahead and get it transferred into our 8-inch pan. I have put on a baking strip. You don't have to have a baking strip, but it helps it bake more even. So we're going to go ahead and pour our batter into our pan. Just like this, guys. Once it's all in the pan, we're going to go ahead and just get a pan of tap. They're going to go ahead and put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Once your cake come out of the oven, go ahead and sit it on a cooling rack to cool until it's about room temperature. All right, guys, once your cake has cooled, go ahead and we're going to just flip it over. Sometimes it seems stubborn, but it will come out. All right, just go ahead and get your preferred tray here or a dish that you want to put it on. We'll go ahead and now we're going to go ahead and just peel off the parchment paper. There we go. And once you have it over, as you can see, this is not the prettiest cake you can make, but it can be gorgeous. All right, next, guys, to garnish it and dress it up, you can add in cocoa powder. You can use, also, if you don't want to use cocoa powder, you can use any kind of sugar, powdered sugar, to go ahead and give it a pretty dress up, just like this here, guys. Next, we can go ahead and garnish it by adding some raspberries to it. This is a very delicate, very, very chocolatey, delicious, flourless chocolate cake, guys. You can use it for any occasion, for the holidays, or anything. Just go ahead and just add your garnishes just like this here. And there you have it, guys. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed baking with me today. Here's the beautiful flourless chocolate cake. Remember, you can put powdered sugar on it, any kind of fruit you want on it, cocoa powder, and guys, I promise you, it is so delicious. Very moist, delicate. It's almost like a brownie, but it has no flour. I hope to see you next Tuesday to bake with me. Bye now.